Well, hello, long time no see, YouTube. Hi, my name is Sharon. Where have I been? Well, it's a long story. Actually, it's a few long stories. So I thought, and I've really missed hanging out on YouTube and making YouTube videos. I really missed that. And it's been really frustrating me that I have not really been in the position where I've been able to do that the last couple of months. And I thought, well, you just gotta press record. So here I am. We will be getting back into making YouTube videos. I'm not sure about the weekly cadence for now, but we'll just have to see how it goes. So I've got my Storm here. He's standing here. And I guess the first thing you'll notice is that I'm in a completely different location than what you've seen in my past videos. And that is because I have moved house. So I'm now living in, I'm not going to get into too many specifics because the internet will always internet. And I like my privacy. So, but yeah, I have moved. I'm still in Melbourne. I'm still in Victoria, but I have moved about 40 minutes away from my previous location. And I'm really happy here. The one thing I wasn't really happy about is, well, let me go back a step. So to be able to move, I took 2 weeks off work, right? And it was my intention that in that 2 week period that I was essentially going to hire a furniture trailer, get a couple of people to help, and we would move everything. So that meant that I could keep moving costs, to a minimum, because it's not cheap to move house. So, I spent quite a significant time boxing up things and things like that. And then I took this 2 week period off. On the second day of my leave, well, actually, I think it was the third. So I had my final day at work on the Friday. I was moving stuff, putting boxes in my car and moving it down on Friday night up until midnight. Saturday, I spent all day moving using the car and, a 5x8 trailer, which belongs to a friend of mine and who's letting me borrow it for as much time as I needed. And so I had that trailer, but I still needed to move. You can't move my big pieces on that trailer. It's a bit difficult. So I thought, well, I'll move some of the little stuff, and I kept on moving and trip after trip after trip, and I was stuffed. So doing it all day Saturday and all day Sunday. Sunday night, I had the lights on. Well, the previous day I thought I had the lights on upstairs. And upstairs is where I am now. I'm actually sitting on my new balcony. So while I film this vlog, so, welcome to my new balcony. And so I was moving and I was absolutely exhausted. Oh my God. It was 11:30 at night and I was stuffed. And I mean, you put a fork in me, I'm done. Absolutely gassed. Nothing left. And I thought, I think I've left the lights on one of the rooms upstairs. So there's a bedroom upstairs. A bedroom and a little foyer area, the balcony, and then there's the bridge, and then there's the staircase. So, hey, Storm. Hey. What? No, you're not allowed to jump on that. So I was, I don't really want to go upstairs again. I don't want to go upstairs again. But so I have to go upstairs again because I have to check that light. So I went upstairs, absolutely stuffed. And then I started to come back down. And as I'm walking down the stairs, I was actually thinking, gee, if you actually had this as your bedroom, because both of the bathrooms are downstairs, gee, you'd hate to get up in the middle of the night, be absolutely dog-tired or half asleep or even sleepwalking, crash down these stairs because you had to go, use the toilet. And as I'm thinking that, my left foot misses a step, the ankle rolls laterally, and I fell on my ankle and just felt this pop. Actually, I felt two. One on the inside of the leg, of the foot, and one on the outside of the foot. And I'm just sitting there going, crap. My partner was not here. So my partner was on their way home from somewhere that they'd been out. And I gave them a call and I said, so I'm sitting at the bottom of your staircase. and I think I've broken my foot. He's like, oh no. So he rushed home, going, oh, we'll look at taking you to hospital. I said, no, we're not going to the hospital. We are not going to the hospital. Absolutely out of the question. We are not going to the hospital right now. I need sleep. I'm absolutely stuffed. So, fortunately, first responder here, medical first responder here. If I can't wrap my own foot, then I honestly should just quit being a first aid trainer. So I wrapped my foot up and decided I needed sleep. Nothing else was going to happen bad to the foot. I just took 2 paracetamol, 2 ibuprofen, and went to sleep. And the next day, I trundled my sorry-ass bones into the hospital, dug up a pair of crutches that I happened to have on site from previous times where I broke my leg falling down a staircase moving house. That's a whole other story. We're not getting into that one today. And I entered into the hospital limping on these crutches, and they said, yes, no worries. Okay, so I had my x-ray, and they said there's 2 fractures. 2 fractures. One on the top of the foot and one on the side of the foot. So please keep your leg up for a week. Like, don't do anything. Keep the leg up. And, fortunately, I didn't have to have a plaster cast. I don't have to have surgery. But they put me in a moon boot. For those of you who don't know what a moon boot is, excuse me while I pan the camera around. I think you can see that. That is a moon boot. If you can't see that, I'll cut that out and I'll put in some roll. But that is a moon boot. I'm in the moon boot. And I have to stay that way for a week. And then I can start walking on it around, provided I go back and get another x-ray and go see the doctors again at the hospital. So a week later rolls around, and I go back and they said, oh, so have you been able to manage to stay off the foot? No, and that's funny. So I think for a good 24 hours, I was able to stay off the foot. And God bless my partner for really picking up the slack, and for the people who came to my rescue during that time. But no, I didn't have the option of staying off the foot for the entire week, because I was moving house, and that date was not movable. I had to be out at the latest on the 13th of November. So that was not going to be an option for me not to be able to move all my stuff. And, unfortunately, I could have rung around lots of friends, and I did so, but they're either, busy. There's a lot on right now. It's November, so everything is happening. The spring racing carnivals were on, so a lot of my St. John peers and colleagues were busy trying to, cover all those events. There was a lot happening in my various friend circles and the people that could have helped. And everybody's working. And everybody's working really hard because, in December things start to shut down. So there's a big mad rush to get everything done before people start going away for Christmas. And, the last 2 weeks of December are usually really, really quiet. Between Christmas and New Year, it's dead. We actually shut down our office. And then in January, nothing really happens in January because people are busy at the beach. So it was just me and my partner. And then we were moving all of ourselves, moving me into this house. And I think I've got some neighbours that are probably in the background right there. I don't know if you can hear them and pick them up. If you can hear them, I am sorry. I am pretty crap at editing sound. I will do my best to sort of mute stuff as I can if I need to. But now I'm here. I'm finally here. A broken leg and all, or broken foot and all, and the place is a disaster. So I have moved in with my partner. So he was essentially living with me in my previous place. But at the end of my lease, because I was renting, we decided that I would move in with him into a well-established house that was already full. And when I say it was full, it was full. And it was full for a few reasons. His mum passed away, during COVID, and a lot of the stuff from that house was moved to here. And because he was living with me at my place, or say staying with me at my place, then, a lot of that stuff is still here and is taking up the spare bedrooms. So I managed to clear out one of the bedrooms for me to put my things in. But of course I have a lot of things, and so things overflowed that bedroom. And now my fridge is in the it's more in the entrance way on the left. My dining tables and things are on the right next to his dining table. And we now have to... But the rush was just to get everything in. I needed to get out by the 13th of November, so that was really where the push was, and that's exactly what we did. We got out by the 13th of November. Just get it all here. Get it here. It doesn't matter where it goes. And we'll sort it out when we get here. My leg is still broken. So, and while I can walk around on it now, and while the doctors do say you need to be walking around on it now while still in the moon boot, which I do, it does get sore after a little while. I can walk around for about an hour and then it starts to get pretty sore. So I usually will take some painkillers and put it up for a little bit. And then when it feels better, then I'll go again until it feels more painful again. And then I'll sit down again and put my foot up again. And anyway... So yesterday I just cracked it. I absolutely cracked it with everything and everyone, and I went and got a manicure. So yeah, I like the manicure. So I started to feel at least like, because my hands have been just lifting and moving everything and cleaning everything and scrubbing things and God knows what. So, I actually wanted to feel like I have proper fingers that actually are healthy. So I got a manicure yesterday and I got some really nice paints on my nails. So happy girl is happy. Anyway, so, but prior to all of that, my last YouTube videos were done just before I started to pack things in boxes. And it wasn't long before I was starting to put more things in boxes and I was starting to have fewer spaces where I could actually film. It was a bit of a struggle. Also around that time is in September and October for my work with St. John Ambulance, which is all volunteer. So I'm a St. John. So for those of you that don't know, St. John Ambulance is a charitable organisation that runs in Victoria and all over Australia and all over the world. And I'm fairly senior at my division. And I'm also the training officer for my division, and I am a trainer. I'm a certified first aid trainer. So I can commercially give people certificates that are nationally recognised anywhere. So I can work at what we call RTOs, Registered Training Organisations, if I want to, and teach first aid, basic first aid, advanced resus, medications and a number of things like that. So, and we have a volunteer workforce, and the volunteer workforce covers events. So any event from a local event or community event to a big event like the Melbourne Marathon or, all the football. We cover all the football. So we have a volunteer workforce, and all of that workforce need to be trained every year, and they have to go through a training program. So this training program is delivered throughout the year, but come to the end of September, everybody has to have their training finished. That's it. But we're dealing with volunteers here, and not everyone is available every single Monday night, which is when our training is normally on. So normally on a Monday night, I'm down at the St. John Divisional Hall and I'm doing a training session. And it will be one of the training sessions that we have to do throughout the year. And even though I schedule these training sessions, each one is scheduled twice throughout the year. So if you can't come on one night, hopefully you can come on the other. But, they're volunteers. People go away. People just like, I can't be bothered today. And that's perfectly fine. It's volunteering. You can't order people, you have to come. But it is their responsibility to make sure that they get their training done every year. So you can imagine that towards the end of August, September and October, when the training has to be finished, everybody is contacting me to say, can I get them these training sessions? What training sessions do they need to do? And of course, we've got others, we've got our cadet regions, we've got our cadets, and they're the ones who are under youth divisions, under 18, coming up to adults, and they have to have all of the adult training finished so they can enter the new year in the adult division. And it's just a shambles. It's not a shambles. I like doing it. But geez, sometimes people can test you because they've not come to training lots throughout the year. They've not really tried. And then they try to make it your deal and your problem to get their training done by the deadline. And so sometimes I've been doing training sessions where just one person is there. And I have to do the full training session. And each training session is a couple of hours. So that time, is always really, really busy. And that's on top of my full-time job. I haven't even talked about what's going on at my full-time job. And I'm not going to talk about it because, honestly, trauma. So, really, August, September, October, they're always going to be times that I'm going to struggle to get videos out, if I can get videos out at all. That is just a reality. I love being a medical first responder. I love doing the training, despite sometimes it being a little bit challenging. I wouldn't give it up for the world. I really wouldn't. And so if I don't get videos out around that time, it's really because of that reason. Put on the house move, and then everything just got really chaotic really, really fast. So that is kind of where I have been and what I have been doing. So I thought I would just catch up with you guys on a bit of a vlog and say hello and tell you how much I have missed doing these videos, re-engage with you. And I'm really, really looking forward to doing more plant stuff. I've got tons of ideas for videos. And I really look forward. So leave a comment, say hi if you've seen my videos before. If you've not, welcome. I am a plant parent, even though it probably doesn't sound it based on this video. And we are plant parents here, and we enjoy having fun with our plants and learning about plants and doing all types of things with plants. So to everyone out there, have a wonderful rest of your week, whatever you choose to do, or weekend, or month, or depending on when you see this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.